Welcome back. Coming up, we've got queen bees that are so hot they make Beyonce jealous. Don't worry, bae. The queen of the hive is not hitting the stage anytime soon. She's at home with her 10 million kids.
Our planet is changing due to global warming, and a lot of the creatures that live here are now under threat because of that. One of the largest concerns for ecologists are bees, Earth's natural pollinators, which have already seen substantially dwindling numbers in recent years. But now researchers in the United Arab Emirates are working on a solution, one which will make these ecological mainstays more resilient to warmer temperatures. According to bee experts, most bee species can't survive in temperatures upwards of 113 to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperatures the UAE is expected to see as our planet continues to warm, which is why they have now bred a strain of queen bees that is able to withstand much hotter temperatures. With production manager at Hatta Honey in the UAE saying about the situation, quote, "Climate change of course plays a big role. It's a big factor when it comes to honey production. If there's no rainfall, the bees are affected. If the temperature rises in a season, the bees are affected. They may not collect honey. But this new GMO queen bee is a ray of hope in a world without much for the striped pollinators." In fact, in the US, the National Agricultural Statistics Service reported recently that bee colonies have dwindled by more than 30% in the last 30 years alone. As global warming continues, we're going to start seeing some things we haven't before. And according to researchers at Vanderbilt University, one of those things is hybrid bears. As the planet warms and areas further north become better hunting grounds for brown bears, their paths are more likely to cross with that of polar bears. Science Alert reports in 2006, a hunter in Canada shot a bear that looked a bit strange, and DNA testing proved it. It was a hybrid bear, half brown grizzly bear, half polar bear, or a broiler bear if you will. Now experts have found more examples of this crossbreeding in the wild, saying it's something we should expect to happen more frequently. That's because the two bear species family trees didn't diverge all that long ago, only around 500,000 years ago. And while not every offspring from a brown bear-polar bear union can bear its own young, occasionally it can, meaning this might be a new species that emerges from our global climate crisis, perhaps even saving the polar bear species, which is already on the brink of extinction. Because while polar bears have a very precise diet of meat and blubber, brown bears like grizzlies don't, meaning a cross between the two could help the white bears adapt and help their DNA live on. Fish can breathe underwater. That's sort of their thing. Dissolved oxygen in the water is pulled from their surroundings via their gills. But now experts say one fish is actually able to hold its breath, and they think they know why. According to researchers, some species of hammerhead sharks close their gills when they dive into particularly deep waters, effectively holding their breath as they move lower and lower and into cooler and cooler water while hunting, letting them maintain body heat as they do so. That's because the scalloped hammerhead shark is cold-blooded, meaning it doesn't produce its own body heat, so it has to make up for diving from warm surface waters down into the cold depths below. And maintaining body heat is extremely important for maintaining high metabolic function, something biologists say is extremely necessary while hunting. Postdoctoral researcher in shark physiology and behavior, Mark Royer told Nature, quote, "The most rapid point of heat loss for any fish, even a high-performance fish, is always at the gills, as they are essentially just giant radiators strapped to their heads. And scalloped hammerhead sharks would definitely need any help they can get, as they're known to hunt at depths of more than 2,600 feet.
Here's a fun fact about the hammerheads. They're ugly. And that's all we have for this episode of Amazing Animals. I'm Chris Poe, and we'll see you next time.